When I created iSpace, what I wanted to create was something that was continuous and progressive, that was creating a whole school approach. There was a crisis in children's mental health. The statistics were around 1 in 10 children suffering from a mental health condition. When we went through the pandemic, we saw that change dramatically to 1 in 6. We also know from research, most children, the majority of children who develop mental health problems or issues or illnesses within their lives, there are signs and symptoms there before the age of 14.
I've always had a passion for mental health, and what I really liked about the iSpace programme was the fact that it gave the children language to be able to express themselves.
I wanted to create a whole school approach to mental health and wellbeing education, and in order to be able to do that, we needed to involve the teachers, the children and the parents. The teacher knows exactly where they are within this curriculum because it's all planned and laid out for them. I first of all created a Wellbeing galaxy, and the Wellbeing galaxy consists of 10 planets, and each of those planets represent a concept of our mental health and wellbeing.
Like planet happiness, planet friendship. So at the end of the day you go through the planets and you sort of see which planets you've been on.
I think that planet character building is my favourite because it's really helped me, and so that I can realise who I am and what I'm meant to do and things like that.
I get worried about sort of sometimes lessons. I worry that sometimes it's going to be really hard, but then iSpace sort of helps me get through it. So it makes me feel happy.
Then of course we have to bring in characters into this, because children learn through stories and they learn through characters, and they can identify themselves through characters as well. So we created our little astronaut characters. We gave them names that, if you looked up the names of these characters, they have lots of purposeful meaning to them. So for example, one of our little characters is called Niam, and she stands for brilliance and shine. We needed to ensure that the secondary school children also had access to similar learning and education. So we created another curriculum called #IWonder, and the hashtag really stands for the search engine, as we know, when we're searching for things online, and our adolescents are searching for themselves and they're looking for their independence. When we think about resources that we're providing for our young people, the iSpace resources, are our manual, our map, our cards. For our older children, we've brought into the play this Wellbeing compass, and this Wellbeing compass is something that young adults can really relate to, because it is a tool that we use in our everyday life if we're out orienteering or we're trying to find where we're going. We don't want the education just to sit within that classroom. We want it to be able to come outside of the classroom into their everyday life, so that it becomes a normal part of every day for them as well.
I've got 3 children of varying ages, going from 13 down to 10, and I've noticed that before they might have thought that mental health was something that they shouldn't talk about, that they probably didn't understand, that actually their mental health was just as important as their physical health. Having that conversation at school, I think, helps them to have the conversation at home, and also to realise that it's okay, and actually if they are feeling a bit down, then it gives them the tools to understand, well, why is that? Am I feeling just a little bit stressed about my exams, or is there a broader issue? And I think as a parent or as a teacher, you can, the iSpace helps you identify that and to sort of figure out whether something's a trigger or whether there's something deeper there.
The lesson plans are really easy to follow. They're absolutely laid out in a sort of regular lesson plan structure. Each week what I can do is I go to my folder, I have a look, and I can see what resources I need, I know which slides I'm going to be showing, and I know where the lesson is, what the learning objective is.
It is easy to access. You just need to go to the website, press register, and you will then have access to the CPD teacher training. And then once you've completed that training, you then have access to all of the curriculum resources, over 200 lesson plans for primary and secondary school.